I'm Rabi Karmacharya. I'm the head of this organization, Open Learning Exchange Nepal. We also call ourselves OLE-Nepal. It's a social benefit organization. We focused on education. We started back in 2007 with the aim to use technology to improve the quality of education in rural parts of Nepal. And also, since we're going to rural parts, we believe that technology will help give access to quality learning materials for children in all parts of the country. Conventionally, what happens in Nepal and in many parts of Asia is teachers are seen as a source of knowledge, and children basically sit in classrooms listening to the teacher say things or read things out of the book and try to sort of observe it, and then sort of in the exams what they do is they have to rewrite what the teachers have told them. And that way of learning is not quite intuitive, doesn't really encourage students to explore. And when I did my university education in the U.S., I also realized that it's different the way students are encouraged to think. Students are encouraged to question and explore and in a way challenge what they've been told, and that has to be brought into Nepal as well. Technology, if you introduce it in a way, the nature of technology by using laptops and computers and learning materials, students by themselves get engaged, and students also how children love to explore, and technology gives them the platform to do that. And eventually what that does is the teachers are also going to start thinking, I don't need to tell them everything. Teachers don't need to be the ones who pass on the knowledge to students. They will realize that their job is much easier because now the students can learn so much on their own, using technology through peer learning and through sort of like facilitation by teachers. So our ideals are basically what we want to do is we want to promote this. We want to show to policymakers, the Ministry of Education in Nepal, that this is a great way to sort of educate our next generation, and hopefully there'll be this shift in going from this kind of traditional classroom-based learning to one where children are exploring, experimenting, making mistakes, and learning from their mistakes. Because I believe from my own experience, even as an engineer, the best way to learn is through your mistakes. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about using technology in the classroom, it's not just about using computers, but how to manage your class, how to prepare a lesson plan that integrates digital learning materials in the classroom. What's the sort of optimal sitting arrangement in the classroom? So these are all the things that challenges that the teachers have to deal with, and most of them have come with very good solutions and have been using it pretty well in the schools. Most of the results that we see we get are from observations in the schools, and in general it has been very positive, especially from the students. And what we've observed is a general sort of rise in the interest of learning. The attendance has improved significantly. Students don't have to be forced to go to school; they actually come to school. And what we also, like you said earlier about confidence, you can just generally see that students are more like eager, and they're always like bugging the teachers about can we see the same thing if they're teaching something, can we see this in a laptop? So the main impact that technology makes in students' learning is in their confidence, in the way of they think, thinking critically, thinking slow, trying to make the connections, and that is very difficult to test. And so if you just do an English test and a math test, I think there will be improvement. But main impact is actually in another level, which I think is yet to be tested in these implementations.